Futurecast First, brought to you by Todd Shore's McClarty Ford.
Well, we've had a little bit of rain today, mainly north of Interstate 20, but for most of us, just a partly cloudy afternoon and warm today as we'll be in the low 80s. And that breeze starting to pick up. It will be a breezy afternoon as well. This is ahead of a cold front that will move in tomorrow. Unfortunately, once again, we are looking at the threat of some strong to severe thunderstorms. High wind and hail be the main issue late Tuesday into early Wednesday, and I'll have a breakdown of this coming up a little bit later. That's a look at your Todd Shores McClarty Ford forecast first. Local midday begins right now.
Now, from your community, local news that matters. This is NBC6 News Local Midday Update.
Good afternoon. Thank you for making us your local news source and tuning in to NBC6 News Local Midday Update. I'm Fernanda Hernandez. We begin today with an encouraging sign that our social distancing efforts may be beginning to flatten the curve. According to Sunday's report from the Louisiana Department of Health, there has been a statewide decrease in COVID-19 deaths and cases over the past 24 hours. Deaths were down 60% and new cases dropped 30%. Governor John Bel Edwards has previously noted that commercial labs, which are doing most of this testing, tend to report fewer results over the weekends. Still, though, these are the lowest new case and death numbers reported by the state since March 29th, when there were 225 new cases and 14 reported deaths. And as of today, the most updated case numbers in Louisiana are now at 27,068. This is only an increase of 295 cases since yesterday's numbers were released, and that death toll standing now at 1,697. There are now more than 17,000 recoveries, and Caddo Parish accounts for 1,470 of those cases with 124 deaths. Governor Edwards is expected to hold a briefing on lifting some restrictions for the state at 4 p.m. And of course, you can watch that briefing live on our website at arclatexhomepage.com. And Ochsner LSU Health Shreveport is making space for more than 100 ICU beds in order to improve surge capacity for COVID-19 patients today. 45 patients from the Women's and Children's Inpatient Services will be moved to St. Mary Medical Center. And Shreveport Police, Fire, and State Police will help in the transfer process. And Shreveport will have several upcoming mobile testing sites. A mobile testing site from LSU Health was at David Raines Health Center yesterday, where 140 tests were given. Here's a look at the upcoming locations. You can see the mobile testing site will return to David Raines on May 9th. And to see that full list of testing dates and locations, you can visit our website, arclatexhomepage.com. And community matters, and with restrictions and large events and gatherings, the local farmers market has found a way to adapt. On Saturday, the Bossier City Farmers Market held a drive-through shopping experience at the Pierre Bossier Mall, where customers didn't have to get out of their car. All they had to do was simply point to the items they wanted, and those items were then brought to them. The farmers market consisted of two lanes of traffic and more than 30 local vendors, all practicing social distancing with their masks on.
It's just fantastic to finally get to open, to meet, and greet, even if it is from a car window, all our customers again. Everybody can just come out, shop local. That's really big now. We want to keep these guys in business during these unusual times so that they're here when we get back to normal.
And the market will be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday and will be a drive-through until further notice. And meanwhile, Brookshire's grocery company is giving its nearly 14,000 retail employees an additional special bonus installment that equals to a half a week's pay. This as a part of the company's continued efforts to keep employees and customers safe. The company is also providing all of their employees with face masks, as well as offering on-site meals and a compensation plan for those who may be directly affected by COVID-19. And the Shreveport City Council will hold a virtual meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. This will be a combination of an administrative conference as well as a regular meeting. The agenda is posted on the City Council agenda website. You're seeing that web address on your screen, and written comments can be submitted in accordance with the directions on that agenda. And health matters, and there's a growing demand for occupational therapists on the front lines in the fight against COVID-19. Alexander Meacham spoke to a local expert and a student who's about to enter the career during this pandemic.
Occupational therapists help patients of all ages and medical conditions regain their independence. Working at hospitals, homes, rehab centers, the profession is greatly needed right now for recovering coronavirus patients.
We are needed more than ever. We're kind of the MacGyvers of the rehab field. We do whatever it takes.
Dr. Robbins says their roles require close contact with patients, so being exposed to a virus is a part of their oath.
People need to realize when you enter a healthcare career, you're taking that risk. You're saying, this is important to me, I want to help people, and if that means that my own safety is sometimes at risk, well, that's so be it. That's kind of an oath that we take.
Abby Hines will graduate from LSU Health and become an occupational therapist during a global pandemic.
I think that it takes brave individuals to go out there and be on the front lines for our country.
She says she wanted to become an occupational therapist at 10 years old when she watched her grandmother in the hospital with a brain tumor that led to a stroke.
In the short months that she had left with us, she worked with an occupational therapist, and that was just, even at 10 years old, that was the career field that really stuck out to me in that hospital setting was, you know, the person who was helping her be more independent. She wanted to be able to put her makeup on. That was the most important thing to her. And she learned how to do that before she left. And so I just thought, you know, what joy that profession got to bring to her life, and I want to be able to do that for other people too.
A type of creative healthcare worker, hands-on in the battle against COVID-19. Alexandra Meacham, NBC6 News.
And we head over to Arkansas now, where the most updated numbers have been released. There are now 3,001 cases of coronavirus. There have been 50 reported deaths, and Governor Hutchinson held a COVID-19 update today at noon. And mental health professionals across Arkansas are offering their services free of charge to medical personnel and first responders. That's thanks to a partnership with Uplift Arkansas. And the group has created an online database for mental health professionals to list their services. And this page is called Free Therapy Support for Frontline Workers.
If you are a therapist or a small business or a restaurant owner or a farmer and you want to pivot and help people or to let people know that you're still open, etc., go to upliftarkansas.com and just click on add a listing, and you can start helping people because it's Arkansans helping Arkansans, and that's what we desired for this to be.
And that database will be available until June 30th. And Education Matters in Arkansas officials say they won't hold traditional high school graduations until July 1st because of this pandemic. But state officials say that schools can explore virtual options. And according to Associated Press Education Secretary Johnny Key, he says as they approach July 1st, they'll consult with health officials to see if the date needs to be modified. Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson says he understands how the cancellations feel because he has a graduating granddaughter, but he thinks it's a risk to bring thousands of parents and students together in one assembly. Over in Texas now, here's a look at the newest case numbers there. There are now 25,297 cases statewide and more than 663 deaths so far, and the Texas Health and Human Services Department says more than 290,000 people have been tested for the virus. Texas Governor Abbott will host a live briefing today at 2:30 p.m. You can watch that on our website, arklaTexHomepage.com. And over in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott opened stores for retail to-go services. Shoppers can now have items delivered or they can pick them up curbside. If possible, payments should be made by phone or online, and store employees may be screened for a fever. They're required to disinfect all surfaces, wear a face covering, and keep a safe distance from each other. And over in Marion County, the National Guard was deployed to offer testing sites for COVID-19. NBC6's Jay Jackson has that story.
Seated on the side of Park Road in Jefferson, Texas Sunday morning were National Guard, checking people in. They've been traveling daily throughout East Texas to set up testing sites for COVID-19.
All right, so just have your ID against the glass and proceed forward to the next 10.
And Marion County Judge Leroy LaFleur also stopped by, but to say thank you.
Because they're actually deployed and they've got a few more stops to make before they get home.
Since they're helping out the people in his county with this one testing site, he bought them lunch.
Hope y'all are hungry. Best barbecue in all of Texas. I went and ordered some Friday for them, and then the Jefferson General Store made them some fresh pralines and other goodies.
And for anybody in his county who may get back positive test results.
Eat anything, they're more than happy to reach out to my office. If they need medical attention, make sure they seek it, and we're definitely praying for them.
Jade Jackson, NBC6 News.
And the Keep Calm Through COVID hotline is still providing 24/7 counseling services for those who may be feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or need help coping with COVID-19 related stress. This service is available to the public at no charge. You're seeing the number on your screen, 1-866-310-7977. And coming up next, severe weather may be moving in. We're telling you what to expect in a full check of your forecast. Plus, Americans are easing up on social distancing. We'll tell you what may be to blame. And later, Facebook may allow you to chat with 50 people at once. We're telling you how next in your Consumer News.
And now, your weather authority, Josh Marcis, certified the most accurate forecast in the Arklatex.
Well, welcome back. It will turn into a warm afternoon, a little bit warmer than what we experienced over the weekend. Highs today in the low to mid 80s, 82 for Shreveport and 80 degrees in Texarkana, as high as 85 this afternoon in Manny, and a little bit later tonight. Pretty mild night for us, but these clouds will continue to increase overnight. We could see a stray shower. Temperatures dropping into the low 60s, but we are likely going to stay dry in most areas through at least tomorrow afternoon. But our next cold front will bring that chance of strong to severe thunderstorms late tomorrow night. So here's a look at your Robbins Toyota Futurecast for today. Again, just looking at those partly cloudy conditions. Occasionally, we'll see some additional rain here across the I-30 corridor. Pretty light accumulations with anything today and tonight and through the day tomorrow. And your temperatures will stay rather warm on Tuesday, even though we'll see the incoming clouds here. And maybe a stray shower early in the day. Should have temperatures close to 80 degrees again tomorrow with that cold front moving through late in the day. So it is another very strong setup for severe weather for us. The Storm Prediction Center again going with that enhanced risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. That's the level 3 threat, pretty similar to the outlooks that we did see last week. These storms will be moving north to south across the region. Could see golf ball sized hail with some of these again, as well as some damaging wind gusts. And there is a lower but existing threat for a few tornadoes. And again, this will be Tuesday evening through early Wednesday morning. So we'll pick things up on Futurecast, 5 p.m. Still showing quiet conditions Tuesday. And then late tomorrow evening, you'll begin to see those storms move in initially north of I-30. Those storms will push south as we continue through the overnight hours, so it's showing an arrival in Texarkana maybe close to 9 p.m. Shreveport maybe a little before midnight, and those storms will continue down to the south. Again, if we see any severe weather, it will be along the leading edge of this line here, which should begin making its way out through the overnight hours. So the severe weather will likely come to an end by about sunrise on Wednesday. Could have a little bit of lingering rain, but that will be it for the rain as far as we go through the upcoming week, as we'll start to dry out Wednesday morning and starting to dry out and heat up as we go into the back half of the week. One other thing we'll have to be on the lookout here is for some heavy rain. We could see some 1 to 2 inch accumulations just given the recent rain that we've had. Ground's fairly saturated, so a lot of this will quickly run off. Potentially could see some localized flash flooding issues, and keep in mind the timing of this may shift around a little bit, so if you want some more information, you can head over to arkltexhomepage.com or download our Arkltex Weather Authority app at Google Play or also the iTunes store, and there's your 7-day forecast. Drying out as we go through the day Wednesday and heating up later this week. We'll be pushing the mid-80s Friday this weekend, potentially near 90 degrees by Sunday. That's a look at your weather forecast. Let's send it back over to Fernanda.
Thank you, Josh. And in your consumer news, Facebook is taking on Zoom. That's with a new video conference app that's going to be called Messenger Rooms, and it will allow users to host a meeting of up to 50 people. And unlike Zoom, there's actually no time limit. Zoom does allow for a meeting up to 100 people, but limits the time to 40 minutes. Messenger Room users will be able to invite people to the video calls even if they don't have Facebook. And while rooms can be accessed through Facebook or the Messenger app, Zuckerberg wants to expand it to Instagram really soon. And Starbucks is extending its offer of free brewed coffee for first responders and frontline workers through May 31st. That includes police officers, firefighters, paramedics, doctors, nurses, hospital medical staff, as well as medical researchers. The coffee giant has already served more than 1 million cups of free coffee to first responders during this COVID-19 outbreak. And be sure to check your local Starbucks to find participating locations. And money matters, and if you're still looking for your stimulus check, the IRS announced significant improvements to the Get My Payment tool to help you receive it. These upgrades started last week and continued through the weekend, and they will make it easier for millions of additional taxpayers with new or expanded information to access this tool and add their direct deposit information. Now remember to check if you're eligible to receive economic impact payments. And the number of unemployment claims are still at an all-time high. WalletHub released a study with the states with the most increase in unemployment claims. Louisiana coming in at number 2. Texas fell in the top 20, coming in at number 15, and Arkansas ranked at number 33. As of today, there are more than 26 million claims in the country. And stay with us. When we return, we take a look at how your state is doing with social distancing and find out if you're falling victim to corona fatigue.
This is NBC6 News Local Midday Update.
Welcome back. Social distancing means keeping space between yourself and other people outside of your home. It's one of our most useful tools in our continuous fight against coronavirus, but there are some new troubling signs that some Americans may be easing up when it comes to social distancing. We take a look behind us at how Louisiana, Arkansas, and Texas are doing when it comes to social distancing, each state receiving the letter grade D. But the question is, why has it been so difficult for some to social distance? Well, some are blaming it on the term called quarantine fatigue. But the warmer weather and looser state rules could also be to blame. NBC's Sam Brock has more.
California's golden beaches, for weeks vacant in the midst of this public health crisis, are suddenly social.
Normally we'd be going to church, but now we're just kind of feeling the presence of God here on the beach.
On the other side of the country, crowds gathered on Long Island shores or stretched out at Piedmont Park in Atlanta, tossing frisbees and exchanging high fives.
This is something that I don't think anybody, even our grandparents, could relate to in their lifetime, being told to not go outside.
While this video of a house party reportedly taken in Chicago this weekend is going viral, the city's mayor calling it reckless and utterly unacceptable.
You can't even move.
A new study from the University of Maryland says increasingly more people aren't staying home.
What we see right now is that individual Americans, many of them are deciding on their own that they're going to reopen themselves to go out more.
Dr. Lei Zhang calls it quarantine fatigue, a combination of warmer weather, looser state rules, and weeks of being cooped up inside. Turning the tide in the wrong direction, with his social distancing index dropping by 3% overall, equating to millions of people out and about.
Last week, we saw for the first time nationwide a reduction in our social distancing index, which indicates that people are going outside of the home more, they're traveling more. So it's just a major shift in momentum as the nation fights the pandemic.
Although 44 states in the study slipped, the worst offenders were largely in the South, with Louisiana, the Carolinas, and Tennessee leading the way. Governors like California's Gavin Newsom reacting to the renewed beach activity, tweeting in part, "I know it's going to be nice out this weekend, and many are tired of staying home, but we must continue to take this seriously. Hashtag stay home, save lives." For this circle of friends who used to meet every week at a neighborhood bar,
this group, we respect each other, we keep our distance. I can only be responsible for myself, and I have to do what I'm comfortable with.
They say their behavior is proof you can be outside responsibly.
But with a bit of cautiousness, because you're only going to trust the people that you think are practicing social distance.
Well, stay with us. Coming up next, we have your feel-good story of the day, and it's sure to be music to your ears. But for now, we're taking a live look at our Louisiana Tower Cam. Seems like clear skies for now, but that could change tomorrow. We're going to have a last look of your weather coming up next.
This is NBC6 News Local Midday Update.
Welcome back. We have some feel-good stories before we go. And here locally, a family in Bossier Parish got a chance to celebrate a birthday with a special surprise. Bossier Parish Sheriff deputies led a birthday parade for 6-year-old Hudson Ramsey in front of his home. Hudson, whose friendship with Bossier deputy Jesse Bearden goes all the way back to Christmas of 2017, first met the Bossier deputy in Circle K with his mom. Hudson has a huge love for first responders.
How you feeling, Hudson?
Good.
Are you excited?
Thank you.
Hudson's friends, family, and even teachers were also part of his birthday surprise. And a man is singing outside retirement centers, hoping to cheer up senior citizens who can't leave their rooms because of the coronavirus. Orlando Antonio Jimenez is a professional singer, and prior to COVID-19 outbreak, he sang professionally at weddings and special events, but now he sings for seniors at retirement communities and assisted living facilities, hoping to provide some comfort with his music. And on that uplifting note, we're sending it back over to Josh for one final look at our forecast.
Well, a final check of your forecast today, low 80s and breezy as we continue through the afternoon. That chance of strong to severe storms late tomorrow evening through early Wednesday morning. You can find more on that at arclitexhomepage.com. We'll cool off just a little bit Wednesday, but we'll dry out as well with temperatures rebounding into the mid to upper 80s late this week. Dry weekend on the way. Could be pushing 90 degrees by next Sunday.
Thank you, Josh, and that's all for your local midday update. We're going to see you back here at 12:30 tomorrow. Remember to have a good one and stay safe.
Your weather authority and the Ray Ford Thunder Truck, driven by the most accurate forecast in the Arclitex.